Yo guys, I'm here to do a chapter review of One Piece chapter 785, and honestly, I I really enjoyed this chapter. I really enjoyed this chapter. It it was good. I love freaking King Riku's speech during the chapter, and how he told them that this isn't birdcage. Like, birdcage isn't birdcage. Dressrosa for the past 10 years has been birdcage. They've all been living a lie. Like, they've all been living a lie. They've all been manipulated so much, and like they've been having their loved ones like completely wiped out of their memory, like as if they never existed, and like and it just showed. And he was basically saying how the Don Quixote family just manipulated them, and now once thought they were invincible. Now they're just completely crumbling down one after another, and the only person that's left is Doflamingo himself. And he told them, don't they dare give up, because and he's putting all of his faith into Luffy, and he told them not don't they dare give up, or and to keep running, and to help the others that are wounded, injured, sick, to help them live, and for just a few minutes longer, because Luffy and Doflamingo has to wrap up soon, and Birdcage has to be destroyed. So that was really good. That was really good. That was well done and really good. Kudos to Oda. I like King Riku as a character very, much more than I did before. Like, cause he did show that he was an emotional king, and he truly cared for his people, and that's how a king should be. A king should actually have straight up laws and stuff like that, but he should care for his people, not like be cold hearted and follow everything by the law. Sure, a king has to be strict and stuff like that, but he shows that he truly cares for his people, and that's my kind of king. I mean, seriously, giving up, like, his family basically gave up like wealth and fortune just for happiness and stuff like that. So people weren't greedy in Dressrosa or anything like that, which was that was just so nice. Like, I like King Riku, but moving on from King Riku, since that was like a great majority of the chapter, the whole King Riku speech and everything, and that was very well done. The funniest scene in the chapter was when the grandma she fell, and that was emotional, and but like it became like very comedic relief, like, because you know how Oda rolls. He does emotional and comedic relief at the same time. It's Oda, and he does it, and he handles it very well. He handles it very, very, very well. Thumbs up. Like the grandma, she falls in and the granddaughter says, "Grandma, yeah, we have to keep going." And she tells her granddaughter to keep running to the Central District and leave her behind. And then she hears King Riku's speech, and then like you just see the grandma gets up and she's like, "Yeah, come on, granddaughter!" And I'm like, "That's Oda for you. Got to keep comedy and emotional stuff there too, which is good." Um, Moving on to the main thing that we all that you probably want to hear, that you most likely want to hear. Luffy and Doflamingo. That was really good. That like when Luffy started off the chapter with just like with the finishing of the Covering and punches Doflamingo, and Doflamingo says, "Look, man, there's a world of powers you don't know about the Devil Fruits, and here's the power known as awakening." He freaking turned like everything around him, the buildings, the ground into strings, and he started like sending them all out at Luffy, and Luffy was like, "Holy shit, he's no longer a Paramecia user." Like, I already knew Doflamingo was probably beyond was probably country levels, island level, and like because of and most people will probably say, nah, he's not. He's just like he just has good physical strength and stuff like that. He does pack a punch and stuff like that, and he does have good reaction time. But his by overall power standpoint, he's not freaking island level. But I wonder how many people were shitted on by this, because when Doflamingo used Awakening, he showed that he was freaking island level. Because like he was basically turning like town, like the entire buildings of the entire country into strings, nothing more than strings. Like, and it was not even funny how he was doing it. It was not even funny. Like, and Luffy, he was dodging it like using like his version of Genpo, of Moonwalk. He was doing, he was dodging and stuff, as well as using his observation haki, and it was really good. Then Luffy used the Bell version of Gear Force to break through a string barrier called Off White Bread, I believe. That was blocking him and Doflamingo. Then he used the bazooka version of his attack. And remember, the bazooka version, the bazooka is Luffy's by far, other than Gatling and Storm, it is Luffy's strongest double-handed attack. And that was amazing. Like if he used Gatling and freaking Storm version of Gear Force, oh god, I can only imagine if there will freaking be a country left. Ugh. But he used the bazooka version, and then you just see a shockwave. Like Doflamingo gets blown back from the Pika statue all the way back to the freaking mountain. Like, and Pika's statue. Remember this: Pika's statue was literally all the way on the other side of the country. He blew him back to the mountain. That's fucking crazy. Like, cause Luffy, he blasted Doflamingo to the Central District just using the pistol version. And that's just, then the Central District is just like half the country from the mountaintop. And he did a bazooka, and he blasted him from all the way from the other half of the country back to the mountaintop. That's fucking impressive. That's really impressive right there. Luffy, he still, even with Gear Force, he still does have a long way to go. In a sense, I think Gear 5th was kind of confirmed in this point because because with the whole awakening and stuff like that, Gear 5th may have something to do with awakening. I'm just saying. But like, I think Gear 4th, I'm still going by this, but I think Gear 4th may have possibly like different versions he can do with it. And the whole awakening thing, I don't think like the same thing that Dofi did, like where he could just turn anything around him into strings, will apply with Luffy. Maybe there's different versions of Paramecia awakening. Dofi was the first ever Paramecia type we've seen use awakening. We did it here awakening before with Zoan types, and it was explained by Crocodile. And he said Zoan types are much more durable, much more powerful. They can recover quicker. And most of us, I think at the time, thought that Chopper would get this ability. So now it's a whole new game because we have Robin, Brook. Brook, I think he's on the verge of awakening, to be honest, because he's been, throughout the 2 years, other than being Rockstar, he's mainly been focusing on the power of his Devil Fruit. So Brook, I think he may be the closest to awakening of the Straw Hat Devil Fruit users. Robin, I think maybe still, like, she just still needs, I don't know. I don't know about Robin. I don't know about Robin at all. If she is close or not. Luffy still has a long way to go. That's what, and I'm thinking, I want Zoe, like, to be, like, more than one arc in a sense, since they have Wano Kuni, and also they also have Kano Kuni. Remember that. I believe Kano Kuni is a flower country, and it is part of Zoe. I think it's part of Zoe as well, because seriously, you're gonna have two countries, one named Wano and Kano. Come on, man. And they both has Kuni. Oh, come on. That all adds up, and apparently Kano Kuni is at war, so maybe they could be at war with Wano Kuni. And Kano Kuni is where Don Chinjao and them are from, so just throwing it out there. So that could be set up for huge revelations and stuff like that. And and the Hoppo Navy is still gonna be here. Maybe Bartholomew and Cavendish will come along too, and that'd be sweet. Because Bartholomew and Cavendish are basically Zoro and Sanji 2.0. Like they just have you just get that Zoro and Sanji relationship for them, and they do it in their own unique way. That's good. Oh, and speaking of Zoro, he and Kinemon are going. Kinemon and Kanjuro are going to stop the birdcage, and as they were passing Frankie, I think Frankie got an idea, and I think it may have to do with the factory, since the factory is being made out of Kairoseki, and it was actually kind of coincidence since, and Oda does this, because, like, Oda teases and stuff like that, it was kind of coincidence since Frankie just got done explaining that Doflamingo's strings, since it's from a Devil Fruit user, it can't cut the factory, since the factory's outside is made out of Kairoseki. I'm just saying, so Frankie may be using the factory in a way. What the fuck was that? Sorry about that. It's like my freaking video just froze there for like a few seconds. Anyways, Frankie, he may use the factory, and we already know Frankie's like a unique shipwright and carpenter. So, so Frankie's gonna get creative and maybe. So yeah. Because, like, Frankie, he did say that was it, as in, like, he knows of a way to destroy the birdcage. So, yeah. Or he can just fire his Radical Beam in the air, and then, like, he's like, yeah, Radical Beam, and then, psh, birdcage is completely destroyed. Anyways, overall, this chapter was a 5, because I really liked the way how King Riku stood up as a king. I really liked, how now there's, like, a whole new level to the power of the Devil Fruits. I really I'm curious to see what was Frankie's going on. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention Burgess was at the beginning of the chapter, and he's like, oh and like, no offense, fuck Burgess. I think he's an expendable for Whitebeard. I get that he's one of Whitebeard's 10 commanders. I don't know if he has hockey or not, but fuck Burgess. Come on, like, well, I don't think he can even freaking take on Dofi by himself. I don't think he can take on Dofi alone. And I hope Sabo freaking kicks his ass. Cause I'm not a Burgess fan. I'm not a Burgess fan. To me, Burgess is one of those expendable characters. To me, he's one of those expendables. Like, cause seriously, like he was just because compared to the people that Blackbeard released, Burgess seems like he's kind of irrelevant, and he's just there to show off and stuff like that. That's all. And Burgess, he does not seem that strong at all, to be honest. He does not seem that strong at all. Shock elbow, okay, that's the only moveset we see. Unless we see something else from Burgess, I'm going to consider him like mid. I'm going to consider him the same level as Diamante. Fuck it. Yeah, I said it. I'm going to consider him the same level as Diamante. Well, that's all for this review. I give this overall rating for a 5. A 5 because it was a great chapter of One Piece. Like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think. I'm Duke, and I'll see you later.